James Ashby from One Nation joins us. Well, she's of no fixed address politically, but we know it's Labor. Is none other than the lovely Linda Scott. Hello and lovely to see you both. So, James, we talked about Nature Positive. In fact, you were the first person to turn me on to what was happening with Nature Positive. But because they couldn't do a deal with the Greens, it's all been withdrawn. But the Prime Minister goes on television and says, no, it's still ready to go. Tell us what the original government idea is, right? The one that if they got a majority in the Senate, they would still pass.
Well, Paul, the whole idea of this nature positive bill, there's nothing positive about it. I might just say to all your viewers out there, they're trying to sell it as this, this is an easy path for mines to get approved and environmental projects will just slip right through. No, it's far from that. In fact, they've been very open and honest in their what very little information they have revealed to the public. They want to lock up 30% of the land, 30% of the oceans. That's put simple to anyone at home. And you can't do that without shutting down big projects, including mining, including fishing. And who's going to pay for that? We all are, because our industries here, particularly in the mining and commercial fishing, they're what feed us, they're what feed the economy. They give plenty of jobs right across the country. And when you've got big players coming in making multi-billion-dollar decisions on where they put their money, Australia is not fit for purpose as it sits right now, especially with this legislation hanging over people's heads, because what used to be 6 months to get a coal mine approved here in Queensland is now up to 19 years. That's the reality of where the EPBC Act is at the present moment, and they want to put another layer or two of bureaucracy over the top of that with what they call the Nature Positive Bill. It's all bad news. Let's hope like hell that they never get it through between now and the election. Of course, you know, with all this speculation of an early election, it may not get up, but it's never dead until this government is gone. That's the simple fact.
100%. The same with the censoring of the internet stuff. Absolutely. Linda, why are we wrong?
Look, the Nature Positive Bill is a really fantastic one for a couple of reasons, because it gives you a federal regulator to protect people's clean water, clean environment, clean air.
An EPA.
These are the kinds of things that are actually really critical to healthy people, healthy communities, healthy lives. Most states have EPAs. They function really well. They're not shutting down the projects.
So why
like
duplicate
the mongering
it? Why
duplicate from James Ashby. They're actually improving people's health and improving the health of their local environment. These things are really positive things, and they're good for people and good for communities. The Prime Minister has given a commitment that the bills will be back in Parliament when Parliament is due to meet in February again. And here's the question that the Greens are going to have to talk to their communities about in Ryan, in Melbourne, in Brisbane, in Griffith. You could have had nature positive laws passed today. You could have had, to all those Green voters, you could have had a National Environmental Protection
I love that you think you're watching us.
But the Greens voted against it, and so that's why this bill went down. And similarly, Peter Dutton to the coalition, right? He's going to have to make a case to all those voters in Teal seats, correct. Page, Curtin, Goldstein. I could go on and on and on. Those communities want protection for the environment, and they could have had them had the coalition voted for these laws last week.
Yeah,